We've all been there before. The game is going well, you and your teammate are vibing, maybe the score is close, or maybe you're even winning, and then it hits. Lag, latency, packet loss. And you know, deep down, this game is over. Because now, instead of being able to quickly react to your opponent's mistakes or set up nice, high corner passes for your teammates like you were just seconds ago, now you're just battling to survive as the pitch is slowly turning into quicksand trying to swallow up your little battle car. You know it's not going to go away and that your only hope is that the other team doesn't see your red blinking ping. This is the most obvious form of lag that has plagued Rocket League players since the very beginning. But every now and then, a different kind of lag hits. Just a bit, just a little scotch of lag drops in on you out of nowhere at the absolute worst possible time. Now I want you to imagine you're playing in a professional Rocket League tournament, everything's on the line, it's Game 7, in the throes of overtime versus your fiercest rival. Winner moves on to the grand finals, loser is out, thousands are watching, and then it hits. Now before we get into this story, if you're struggling with high ping and just lag in general in Rocket League, the way that honestly I have been lately, check out Gear Up Booster. Now let me just show you how this works. Basically you download the Gear Up app, find Rocket League, and then hit boost. It's pretty simple. Now in Rocket League, I usually sit around 50 ping here on East Coast servers, sometimes higher though. But here I tried out Gear Up Booster and I was consistently sitting right around 40 to 44 ping. So if you have high ping, say 100, it can potentially get you down to 50. And it's meant to really just give you more stability if your ping jumps around a lot, and just a better connection for gaming in general. And Gear Up is available on console as well, so it's not just for PC players. I was getting all the way down into the mid-30s for ping at points. What's the lowest you can get? Put it in the comments below and we'll see who can get the lowest ping. It's easy to use, completely safe and legal. Just download the app from the link in the description and you're off. And again, big thanks to Gear Up. And let's jump into the video. Now, it was early in the 2022nd year of our Lord Kronovi. The hype from free-to-play had died down, but Psyonix hadn't yet sold their soul to the Epic Games overlords. Trading was thriving, and Rocket League esports was peaking. And one of the more entertaining rivalries in recent RLCS history between American newcomers FaZe and not-so-American newcomers NRG was really in its prime at this point. In official RLCS matches, the two teams currently stand at FaZe with 6 wins over NRG and NRG with 5 wins over FaZe. For many, the highlight of this rivalry came when fan favorites NRG reverse-swept FaZe in a best-of-7 series. In recent times, FaZe's Rocket League team has kind of fallen off a bit, probably because they got rid of this guy. This is AyyJayy. He is very good at Rocket League.
Maybe a ground pinch?
Oh, dude,
had it.
It's like right in the corner. AyyJayy's been a successful professional Rocket League player for years, and he has his own YouTube channel mainly featuring ranked games if you guys want to check it out. AyyJayy was with FaZe from the very beginning, and he helped carry them to quite a few impressive results while keeping Boost bound to Circle. I remember when AyyJayy first came onto the Rocket League scene with his patented mechanical playstyle, coupled with the level of game sense far beyond his years, and an odd sense of calm under extreme pressure. Alongside Gyro and Illusion, and then First Killer and Sipical, and sometimes Mist, the team had quite a few solid tournament performances in those years. The AyyJayy First Killer combination was really effective, so it was a bit confusing when, at the second North American Winter Regional event of the 2021-2022 season, this happened.
Justin diving in. Center ball to Garrett. Garrett can't make the shot. Low boost for Justin and Garrett. Counterattack opportunity, but Squishy slows things down. Pinch pass down. AyyJayy with a miss. It's wide open. Garrett will end the series. NRG clinched the #1 seed in NA.
And it's all off of a miss like that from AyyJayy. The ball was right down on the car. And of course, NRG, they're going to pick that up.
What happened here, and how could an experienced player like AyyJayy miss such a simple shot? The ball was just floating right in front of him, right? Well, up until this point, this match was proving to be a classic NRG FaZe showdown from the beginning, with NRG shutting FaZe down in Game 1 and FaZe taking Game 2. NRG took Game 3, and it looked like they'd take Game 4 when First Killer changed the momentum with this goal and ultimately tied the series 2-2.
Back foot. More shots coming in. First Killer will take it off the backboard. Double tap, triple tap, quadruple tap. First Killer making
NRG would take game 5 and FaZe game 6 again, and at this point FaZe really did have all the momentum. First killer was kind of just styling, and AyyJayy hit one of the cleanest fake flip resets I've ever seen.
AyyJayy.
Here's again.
Taking the flip reset.
AyyJayy scored the first goal for game 7, which was a nice little doomsy dish, so NRG resorted to demoing just to get a goal. So AyyJayy returned the favor with this attempted air dribble bump that somehow didn't end in a goal, and up until the overtime and even through this 4-minute overtime, the story of this game 7 was just ridiculous save after ridiculous save and just incredible defense. And that's why it's hard to see a series like this end this way, with a player seemingly just whiffing in front of their own net, allowing an easy open goal. Now, it's important to remember that this wasn't a LAN event where the ping would be 0 and theoretically lag doesn't happen, at least not network lag. That's why the biggest, highest stakes esports tournaments happen in person on LAN. It's not just because watching the players in real life adds all that much. We're still just pretty much watching a screen, although it is really fun if you've never been to RLCS. In theory, it's mainly for the players themselves. But this was a North American regional event where, yes, money was on the line, but more importantly, points were on the line that get you closer to qualifying for those major events or, better seeding. When this first happened, there was quite a bit of debate about what went wrong. And on the stream, it really did look like AyyJayy had just completely missed the ball. This does happen even at the highest level of play. And at this point, if you had some sort of alternative explanation beyond just AyyJayy choking, you were being, a bit of a FaZe fanboy. But then AyyJayy tweeted this: GG's 3-4 to NRG. See, that's good sportsmanship. A player who could be salty, rising above all the noise and just congratulating his opponent. Wait, he attached a GIF. Wait, what's this? See, now we had an explanation for that seemingly unexplainable dodge to the left beyond just AyyJayy's control setup. Yes, boost being bound to circle could cause something like this. Rather than a missed button or incorrect read, here was a moment where a high-level player used his ridiculous reaction time to react to exactly what he saw, which was the ball being hit and changing course, only to realize seconds later that the ball indeed hadn't moved, rather it was just a ghost touch from his teammate Sypical, who indeed did miss the ball. And if you look closely, not only does the ball change course for a split second, the game actually shows sparks when Sypical's car appears to make contact with the ball. Now, what exactly is happening here? Lag, latency, packet loss. I think most of us bundle all of this into one thing in our minds, and we aren't experts. All we know is our game isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, rendering us unable to play the game the way it's intended. Really, there are two main forms of latency for PC gaming. There's system latency and network latency. The simplest way to understand system latency is basically the time it takes for your input to reach what your character, or in this case your car, is doing. The most obvious example of this would be playing Rocket League with, say, low FPS on a computer or just system that isn't capable of rendering the game in front of you quick enough for you to react. There's a delay between your mouse or controller and what is happening on screen. If you've played Rocket League on PC for quite a while and then you switch to console, you'll know how crippling this is. If you can hit a solid flip reset on PC, go try it on, say, Xbox. The delay is so noticeable that, at least for me, I suck. I'm like multiple ranks lower when I try to play on console. And that's because there is more of a delay between the console and the TV because of the way it's connected versus a PC. Now, in the case of AyyJayy's miss, it's pretty clear we're not talking about system latency. This is a clear example of network latency, or as it's commonly known, lag. Now, one of the stranger aspects of lag in Rocket League as opposed to the common FPS is that lag or latency presents itself as more than just seeing something late. This is a perfect example. The game shows a hit that doesn't actually happen, a ghost hit, as some call it. Reddit user YTZI13 explains this really well. In Rocket League, there are 3 servers interacting between 2 players at any given time. So you deliver data to the game from your server to the game's server, and that is delivered from the game's server to other players' servers. Data is being delivered via packets. That's why when you experience packet loss, basically some or a whole bunch of that data isn't being delivered to you. Now, the way that packet loss is dealt with is individual to each game, but YTZI13 explains that most games, Rocket League included, have it set up so that at least something is still brought to you in the case of packet loss. You know, they could just have it so that nothing is delivered, like the game basically could just go blank for a split second when there's packet loss, or it could freeze for a second. But it's been found that a smoother experience is delivered to the user when the game sort of interprets what would be in those packets that are lost. It kind of fills in the blanks, and that's where ghost hits come in. The game is interpreting the middle ground of that lost data, if that makes sense. And as we know, Rocket League knows the potential of shots. That's why it can predict where the ball's going to go. And in any case, on AyyJay's side, the game predicted for AyyJayy that Sypical hit the ball when in fact he didn't. Now my question is, was this a lag spike for everyone? That is, was it on the game's server side, or was it just AyyJay's own internet problems, or his own personal packet loss caused by his own poor connection? And the way to know whether this was on AyyJay's side or the game's server side would be to figure out if everyone experienced this sort of lag spike or this ghost hit, or if just AyyJayy did. You know, did everyone on the pitch see Sypical hit that, or was it just AyyJayy? I asked him what he thought.
No, I don't think anyone saw it besides me, but as soon as we got scored on, I probably said something like, oh, it lags so bad or something, and then I instantly shadow played in. I think I showed it to them first, and I put it on Twitter, or I'm not sure exactly, but they definitely saw the clip and realized how bad it looked from my POV. And I also have no idea, because I'm always like on low ping. I never lag or ever have latency issues. It's just sometimes the ghost hit here and there. That's the only thing I'd like ever have with this game.
The truth is, this is a bit of a cold case. Those who were there probably wouldn't remember if they saw the ghost hit, or maybe they experienced it, but they weren't looking directly at Sypical the way that AyyJayy was. The sad answer is there's no way to know for sure, and looking at the replays don't help us because the replay doesn't show this kind of thing. But with the prevalence of ghost hits in Rocket League over the past few years, and the fact that this is really the only kind of lag AyyJayy experiences with his fiber internet, it's possible that it had nothing to do with his own internet. As much as lag is just part of competitive gaming, even at the highest level and with the highest stakes, it is still a problem. It does affect the outcomes of these important online tournaments, and Rocket League not only has had and continues to have server issues for literally everyone, the game itself presents lag in such odd, specific ways that make it uniquely difficult as an esport. Ghost hits being one of those examples. So yeah, Psyonix, you should probably fix this.
Lynch the #1 seed in NA. The #1 seed. The #1 seed. Fix the game!